Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Heart and Soul Promotions, September 7, 2023, and school's in session. That's right, the principal is here, the teachers are here, the school marms are here. Everybody's here to watch Heart and Soul Promotions, and we've got a great show for you. We're going to start right off with a very interesting match here. This is a non-title match, by the way. If Purge manages to beat the Pure Heart champion Shady Sean McKenzie, then the Purge gets to name his own opponent and have a match for the #1 contender to the Pure Heart Championship. This is going to be very, very interesting. Let's see who comes out on top and who doesn't. Gentlemen, take it away.
Bitches, and therefore pissheads and assholes of HSP. You know who it is. You know how your mama damn is. It's one half of the reunited nation. The one, the only, the Purge at your service. And tonight, Shady Sean McKenzie, we're gonna face off for the second time in HSP history, the Pure Hearts champion versus the real Pure Heart. Because see, Shady, you have this title with no pureness, with no heart in it, and you put the title into an irrelevancy that nobody could ever start doing this. You know, Shady, I introduced you back and take it home to the whole audience. And what happened? You tricked against me. I felt like you would be the megastar who's coming in from HSP, a future Pure Hearts champion, but you disappoint me back in the past. And what happened? What happened to you fancy pants? You just go to title opportunity after title opportunity, and in the third time, when nobody is expecting this, you pull the upset of the century. Beating Tom Sadamus for the Pure Hearts Championship. I have to admit that you're gonna rewind just like me. But that's everything it! That's everything it from us too. And I gotta be honest with you, Shady. It takes me 3 steps to become the Pure Hearts Champion. And when I mean it so, then I mean it so. I have something to prove. And that is not only that the reunited nation is about to become its way to become the greatest tag team of all time, but also becoming the greatest heart and soul promotions promo artist who's ever embracing the screen. Maybe ask my brother Heathen. Oh, wait a minute. There was something. Wasn't you supposed to be a tag team? That's right. I took it from you. And you know what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna take everything what has been in Shady Sean McKenzie's suggestion or in the possession of it. You think that everybody is too damn shady for it? Well, I have too damn shady bad news for you. You're just living in a damn bullshit bubble of phony Tony, blah blah, and rainbow sunshine with extremely bullshit in it. But guess what, Shady Sean McKenzie? Step 1 will be done tonight. Step 2 will be done soon. And once you retain against this overrated piece of old trash, old school, I'm gonna take this title into new heights where it's supposed to be. So with that being said, I already fucked your feelings for the most of this time. And then especially, there is one thing missing, and that is the 3 most dangerous words in the promo universe today. Embrace the nation and fuck your feelings.
Oh man, heart and soul. You know, the last time I talked to management, I was told that my next matchup was against Old School for the Pure Heart Championship. There was no fine print beneath what was written in that contract. There was no mention of any non-title match against the Purge in between that time. So technically, Purge, I could just sit in the back and not even waste my time coming out and fooling with such a fool like you. Because let's face it, Purge, you are the biggest fool here in Heart and Soul. Because you actually believed your tag team partner, the Heathen. Just like I did at one point in time. You see, Heathen came to me and said, Shady, we're going to be the shady-ass white boys, and we're going to run the tag team division here in Heart and Soul. Well, what did he do? He didn't pursue that none whatsoever, because he overlooked Shady Sean McKenzie like the fool that he is. Much like the fool that the both of you are, I stand before you, the pure heart champion of Heart and Soul Promotions. And I'm going to remain the pure heart champion in Heart and Soul Promotions. You see, Old School has been coming out here for weeks now, taunting Shady Sean McKenzie, but knowing that Shady Sean McKenzie has been busy traveling the globe, becoming the #1 son of a bitch in this industry. But I get it. I understand where he's coming from. He realizes that attention is all on him right now because Shady's not there. So enjoy that, Old School, while it lasts. Because I'm back now. And I'm telling you right now, just like I'm telling the fucking Purge. Go ahead, Purge, and pray to those gods along Mama Purge as she kisses you on the forehead goodnight each night. Go ahead and pray that you have the ability to somewhat become a better man the next morning when she wakes up and has to disgracefully look at you. Look, there are certain people in this industry who just fucking have it, who are just the total package combined. You see, I don't need to come out here and use all of my tricks of the trade to achieve victory. I do that for my fans. See, I can verbalistically come out here and assassinate and destroy each and every single one of my opponents with such ease. But why would I do that? Because I like to play too. And I've got to have some toys to play with here in Heart and Soul. So this week, Purge, I'm going to play with you inside that 20x20. When I take by your little nappy-ass fucking hair that you have left on your head, rip those glasses off, stomp them into the fucking mat. Look right over at Mama Purge and tell her that her son isn't going to make it home for the evening. That's going to put a smile on her face, but it damn sure ain't going to put a smile on yours.
Man, that was a great way to start the show. The Purge and Shady Sean McKenzie. These two guys have battled before, and Purge handed him a loss last time. Is that going to happen again? We don't know. We'll find out at the end what the judges have to say. But coming up next, as you know, Hollywood Haywood. He attacked the Heathen. These two have been going back and forth and back and forth. Well, we were able to get some time to sit down. I was able to with the Heathen and with Hollywood Haywood. I want to hear their comments. You want to hear their comments. So let's hear what the Heathen has to say about Hollywood Haywood. Heathen, I understand you have you wanted to have some words here because of the stuff going on with Hollywood Haywood. I want to thank you first of all for giving me this opportunity, and second, why has Hollywood Haywood been picking on you? I mean, he said he's got nothing else to do here. Why you?
Honestly, because I guess he thinks he still has something to prove. But what people fail to realize is he's been dodging me since before he won the SoulFire title. So I don't know if it's just, I don't know what kind of complex he has at this point in time, but I'm about to knock every bit of it out of him.
All right. And from what I understand, this would be, if you guys get to sign this match, this would be the first time you faced each other one-on-one. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. And he has avoided me. He has got lucky to avoid me.
Okay, well, when it was the tag team, the Highway Hellraisers, from what I understand, Hollywood didn't get a single victory over you guys. So do you feel that that's kind of a jealousy thing of his standpoint? He never won tag gold?
I mean, I don't. There's a couple different things if you look at it from that perspective. He couldn't beat the Hellraisers. He couldn't go undefeated at Champion Showcase, unlike myself. So is it jealousy, or is it this last ditch effort for any kind of relevance that Haywood really has here in HSP? That's the better question.
Well, that is a good question, because he said he's got nothing else to prove, but he apparently has something to prove with you. So why do you think he's doing it here? Why do you think it has to be here instead of somewhere else?
Because honestly, this is where that rivalry started. He has been taking jabs at me ever since he couldn't get the job done against the Highway Hellraisers. And every time I've tried to confront him about it, he's either got another big match or I end up in a multi-man match to even get the opportunity to face Haywood one-on-one. So for me, this is the opportunity of a lifetime to finally get to shut that dime store Hulk Hogan up once and for all.
All right. So let me play a little bit of devil's advocate here. We'll say the contract is signed and Hollywood Haywood manages to beat the Heathen one-on-one. What would happen next?
You know, I've been asked that question quite a bit as of lately. In 3 years of promo world, if I get to the point that I can't stand at least even with the likes of Hollywood Haywood, then honestly, I really don't need to be here. That's about the best I can sum it up.
All righty. And let's turn it the other way. And you beat Hollywood Haywood. Does this end this, or do you think this would still continue?
I got the utmost confidence that I can get the job done against Hollywood Haywood. And if that comes to pass, I do believe that'll be the end of it, because the next step for me after Hollywood Haywood is that SoulFire title. That title has eluded me the whole time I've been here. Haywood's had it. Most of the ones that I don't really feel Haywood deserved that SoulFire title. Why? Because what really is Hollywood Haywood? He's a front, a fraud, fake, phony, whatever you want to call it, because he really doesn't have the heart and soul for heart and soul. But I digress on that for now.
Alrighty. Is that the only gold you're looking to get to the SoulFire, or are you wanting to do something that Hollywood maybe couldn't do and be a Grand Slam champ?
You know, that's never out of the picture. As long as I'm here, as long as I'm out here asking how your mama and them is, I'll always be around one of the title pictures.
Alrighty. And I kind of want to go down a little different path here with the Reunited Nation. I know Purge and you had a little stumble the first time you teamed, but there's a lot of build up there. Would you ever consider giving Hollywood and a tag team partner a shot as the Reunited Nation?
All I can say is in that first match with the Reunited Nation is no tag team is perfect their first time out. But if Hollywood would manage to find a partner that could actually stand him long enough to get on screen against us, I would gladly accept that opportunity. But if there's number one contendership implications, that would sweeten the deal.
Fair enough. Fair point. So I want to give you a little bit of chance now. I know Hollywood has run his mouth a lot. You kind of have stayed quiet on this. Here's your chance to confront Hollywood Haywood. What would you say to him if he was standing in front of you right now?
Honestly, there really ain't a whole lot that I haven't said already. The reason I've been so quiet is because he expects me to come out and scream about him not hyping, about him coming out and not really saying too much about me. But the thing is, he jumped on me for a reason. And by the end of this match, Haywood, I'm going to find out what exactly that reason is as I put you in the rearview mirror on my way to my success story, my rebound story, as we will call it. So all I can say is I hope he brings a little bit more than he is currently bringing now.
Well, we will find that out. We have reached out to your representation. Hollywood Haywood has submitted a contract. We're just waiting on your representation to sign that. So hopefully we'll get that signed soon. Is there any kind of stipulation you would want to have in a match with Hollywood Haywood, or would you just want to prove to him you're the better man?
Honestly, if I had to put a stipulation out there, the loser of that match would come out and admit that he got beat by the better man.
Thank you very much for your time. Man, those are some tough words from Heathen right there. We're going to find out later. We have some pre-recorded comments also from Hollywood Haywood about this match. I know I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can get that contract signed here very, very soon. But before we can get that contract signed, we got another non-title match. Brick Johnson, he right now is acting as the vice president. So this is something I need to keep an eye on. But apparently he signed this contract with Johnny Blade that if he could beat Johnny Blade, that SoulFire match will become a triple threat match with Brick Johnson in it. So Brick, you're not supposed to abuse the position here. So, but the match has already happened. So, guys, take it away.
HSP. It's Brick Johnson. I'm here taking on Johnny Blade at Schools in Session. See, I have paid my dues in HSP. I have put a lot of names in these seats here in the HSP. I've never had a title opportunity, a shot at anything here. So I took the opportunity to put myself in a title situation. See, Johnny Blade, you may have 5 matches to your name and you become champ, which is a fluke. But you're just a paper champ. You're not going to be a real champ here in HSP. Why? Because I'm taking that title. Once I beat you here and then beat you in the title match, next thing you'll hear is the new SoulFire champion, Brick Johnson. My name will go down in history as the ultimate underdog getting the rightful opportunity to be the rightful champion in HSP. You're in my way. So kindly step aside, because nothing you're going to say, nothing you can do can be as good or better than Brick Johnson. I always bring hard and tenacity inside and out every match, and everything that I do behind the scenes as well. I blood, sweat, and tears HSP every single day. I do more for this company than you'll ever see in your promo career. It's taken you 20 years in the wrestling business to do what I've done in the promo world. Just because you've had 5 matches and you've had a taste of a championship doesn't mean you're going to hold it very long. Once I'm done with you, you'll go back at the end of the line and they'll be like, Johnny who? That's right, the one that Brick Johnson beat for his title. The guy that was only the paper champ. The guy that can't beat anybody else unless it's a fluke. See, Johnny Blade, the era of Brick Johnson starts now. The era of a new champion, a new regime, will start with Brick Johnson. On this match, everybody will know who's the better competitor. Brick Johnson. Sorry. Brick Johnson is out.
HSP, Heart and Soul Promotions. It's me, Manager of Madness, Johnny Blade, and your new HSP SoulFire Champion. I did it. I told all of you I was going to do it, and that's exactly what I did. In my 5th match ever, I defeated A-List Alverson, arguably the best promo artist in the game, and I defeated him. Thank you, A-List, for the hard-fought match. So now I go from A-List to C-List, Brick Johnson. You know, I guess HSP has it out for me. Between villains saying I didn't stand a chance against A-List, or Mr. Mayhem having it out for me because of our days in the indies, or you, Brick, the jealousy because the new guy comes in and wins it. See, Brick, I looked you up. You've been around a long time. You've been relevant in the promo game for a long time. But Brick, you're a has-been. Or maybe you were a never was. Because you see, Brick Johnson, you can't beat me. Hell, you won't come close to beating me tonight. Because this is going to be a 3-0 sweep. And what you're doing by putting yourself in this match, it degrades the whole promo game, in my opinion. What you're doing is you're disrespecting all four guys in that fatal four-way. Damian Cross, AEP, Vagabond, and Mr. Wallace. Those four guys tonight are battling it out, all-out war, to see who gets the first shot at me, the new SoulFire champion. So Brick Johnson, again, you're not relevant in this promo world anymore. You are a has-been, like I said. And tonight, the name of the show is Schools in Session. And how fitting, Brick Johnson, how fitting that it's called Schools in Session, because tonight, even though I'm the new guy, I'm your teacher. And tonight, I'm taking you to school. And after I defeat you tonight, I'm going to go on to defeat whoever wins that fatal four-way. Whether it be, again, Mr. Wallace, Vagabond, AEP, Damian Cross. By the way, Damian Cross, you need to see a psychiatrist. I think there's something seriously wrong with you. Nobody in HSP, all around the world, Promo Universe, thought I was going to win this. And here I am, standing as the SoulFire champion. So next time you want to doubt me, next time you want to think that, oh, he's not going to win, oh, Johnny Blade, he's facing A-list, oh, he's facing Mr. Wallace. I beat both of those guys. I beat Mr. Wallace, I'll do it again. Win tonight, Mr. Wallace, so I can beat you again. A-list Alverson, anytime you want a rematch, bring it on. Brick Johnson, tonight I defeat you, and I will remain SoulFire champion for a long time.
Wow, that was a strong match there. Both those guys, Brick and Johnny Blade, they really brought it out there. Man, that was a great match, I'm telling you. But you know what's coming up next? We've got to figure out who's going to face Fear the Beards. It's the #1 contender tag team match. So is it going to be Prince Blackheart and Sergeant Chaos, the Elite Empire? Or is it going to be A-List Alverson and Bossolini, the Cartel? It's time to find out, gentlemen. Take it away. All right, folks, as you see now, it's time for the big tag team match, the #1 contender qualifier. The winner of this match on September 28th will be taking on Fear the Beards. Welcome, A-List Alverson, Carter Diamond. Welcome, Prince Blackheart, the Sarge, the Cartel, and the Elite Empire. Gentlemen, good luck to everybody. Cartel, since you were the team first to qualify, you guys will get to call the coin flip. As you know, the side with the stars is the heads, and the side without is the tails. Who will be calling it? Mr. Diamond, what do you call?
Tails.
And we get tails. Will you guys go first or second?
We'll take the 2 spot, sir.
All right. So, Prince Blackheart and Sergeant Chaos, who will go first for you guys? All right. So, I put your opponents on mute. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, what can I say about our opponents? Carter, Diamond, and Alice Alverson, also known as the Cartel. But we all know what a cartel is, don't we? Well, what a cartel is a organized group of thugs. That's the difference between the cartel and the elite empire, because we are a empire. And that is what's going to get us through this. And you know, when it comes down to it, it is not Carter Diamond. It is more of a Cartman Diamond. And, well, A-list, the only A-list that you're actually on is the one that ends up on a lavatory. What do you think, Sergeant?
I'm going to have to say that most of that is fairly accurate, but I'm going to add a little bit of something to that. You see, you got this guy coming out here with his fancy little red bow tie, looking like the Wish.com version of Bill Swift. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he just take a loss to someone who should not have even been on that level, shouldn't have been on a radar anywhere near that? And then you got Carter Diamond over here asleep on the fucking job. I mean, come on, bro. If you're going to actually show up and show out, pay attention. Wake the fuck up. Realize that you are facing the Empire. We are not here to play around. You can check your clock all you want. You can, drool on your little pillow all day long. Nobody cares. How about you pay attention? Use your eyes. Use your ears. Open your ears, open your eyes, shut your fucking mouth and pay attention, because this is not a fucking joke. You've overlooked this one too many times. You have, the utter disrespect in the room at this point in time tells me that these two jackasses haven't earned a damn thing until they start showing some respect. The cartel, my ass. That cartel ain't anywhere near being what it needs to be. It is an unorganized, grabastic bunch of amphibian shit. As to where the Empire, we are organized, we are dedicated, motivated, and directed towards a goal. And you two just happen to be standing in a smug little way. So I hope you've prepared yourselves. Get ready to get ran over, because I am not going to play nice. The game is up. This is time for you two to recognize who the real fighters in the room really are. So go ahead. Keep laughing. When you're done, you'll be laughing out the other side of your head. How about you, Prince? What you got to say?
Well, I agree with most of what you said about the disrespect, about the disorganized. But let's talk more about what the cartel actually is. In definition, the mafia, the group known as the mafia, it's just a cartel. It's just a group from a different group that has built an amalgamation for power. So he has to have his backup. He has to have his little side games so he should get through. And who more sleazier and slime than A-list Alverson? Because let's face it, A-list, the way you talk, well, it's the kind that you would get out of a Casanova joke book. And
time.
It's pathetic.
All righty, let me unmute the cartel. We're going to mute the Elite Empire. Who will start first, gentlemen?
I'll start the show.
All right, A-List Alfredson, are you ready, sir?
We are ready, sir.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Folks, contrary to the definition that you may have been given of the cartel being a group of a mafia of an amalgamation of a group that is the mafia, A-List Alverson and Carter Diamond identify as former tag team champions of Heart and Soul Promotions. And it don't go by a day where they don't call us back to get us into the action again. Think about this. We started this shindig against a team that never beat anybody, and here we are in the next round against a team that didn't beat anybody. Look, I can't lose this match at this point, so I'm going to start reading a book about a man who I modeled my promos after, a very charismatic individual named Bob Backlund. Now, Carter, you down there, you just keep a look at the clock because I ain't going to be watching it. If you want to tag yourself in, you go right ahead and do the thing in the place. Chapter 26, Being Bad by Being Good, the birth of Mr. Backlund. George Foreman had just changed an incredible comeback in the world of boxing and had become a world champion in an advanced age. As it so often does, wrestling imitates life.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to welcome you to the match that's going to be better than the main event. Who am I? My name is Carter Diamond, a.k.a. OG Bartolini, and my tag team partner, Mr. Done It All, A-List Alverson, the former Pure Heart, SoulFire, tag team, perfect, superstar of the year. He's done it all. And we go against these ragtag, Rudy Poo jackasses who feel that they are somebody.
I met with Mr. McMahon at his office in Stamford, and we sketched out a plan for how this was going to work. All right, you go back to it, Carter.
And just like that, we look at this team who couldn't even figure out what they wanted to say the cartel is. One say that we're an organized group, the other one say that we're unorganized. But one thing that you can know and that you can say is that we have been champions. No matter what we do when y'all talk, I could go to sleep, he could read a book. Hell, I could do the Tootsie Roll and the Funky Watusi, and it's still going to be more entertaining.
Carter, listen to this. I busted out my old American schoolboy ring jacket and brought to see if I could prove to make it to the top of the business yet again. How do you think that worked out for him? Tell him.
It's real simple. When you have an idea and you know how to put in the hard work, you can succeed. But one thing about y'all don't put in the hard work. You said that you were going to run over us, going to run over the cartel. You know how many people thought that they was going to run over the cartel? Too many. And what happens to them? They fall down. They don't get up. They fall down. Now, Blackheart, did you warn your partner about what he's getting into? Did you even think about telling him, hey, man, both of these guys have whooped my ass so many times. We should really be careful about what we say to these guys. Hey, why don't you let these jackasses know what's really going on?
Yeah, I'll tell him what's really going on. So he couldn't get Vince McMahon on the phone fast enough because he decided that he wanted to turn heel after listening to Rush Limbaugh tell a listener that all of their problems were their own fault. Now, people in America, that's the country that you represent there, Sergeant Chaos, don't want to hear about hard work and dedication. They want to hear about the entitlements that they get from their grandparents and parents and people that were successful before them, who they hope did their job of setting them up so that they don't have to put in such effort. Now, I might be a man of a lot of resources, but I'll tell you, I learned about honor, respect, integrity, and dignity in my life, and the man below me is going to tell you how he learned the same lesson.
Oh, that is exactly the truth. I learned that lesson a long time ago when I became a sailor in the United States Navy. But see, the difference is, Sarge, I understand you represent the United States with a Canadian flag. I didn't know we was the United States of Canada, but, you know, hey, you tell them.
I'll tell him, take that maple leaf and cover your privates.
Time. All right, let me unmute the Elite Empire. 90 seconds, gentlemen. It does not matter who's going to go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, let's see. What have we actually achieved as the cartel? You said your partner has been the champion that has done it all. But what that means, that is what I'm on about. When I say what the cartel is, it's just another criminal underbelly of a group where at least the Empire is honest on what they do and what they've done. Admittedly, we haven't won belts. We haven't had the fame, but at least we have done it the honest way and not the way that cartels do.
Here's a little bit of something right here. Yeah, I have earned it. I have earned everything I have. I've earned everything I am and everything I will be. That flag doesn't take priority over that one. If you notice, the American flag is higher. I have respect for my country, and I will fight anyone who says they don't think I do. And these guys don't even deserve it because they're not even paying attention.
Hi. All right, let me unmute, and we'll bring up the cartel for the final rebuttal. Gentlemen, are you ready?
We are ready.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
I explained to Vince McMahon that my All-American Boy routine had become an anachronism, but that reality presented me with a very real opportunity to be bad. You hear that? All-American Boy is an anachronism. That means a mockery of what it should have been. You, sir, Mr. Sergeant Chaos, are just a standing, living, breathing mockery of America, whether you think so or not. How do you feel about the deal, Carter?
I'm going to tell you like this. It's real simple. You said that first thing you said is that we're not paying attention. Thing is, just because I'm not looking at you, that's because I can't stand the look of your face. But I'm still paying attention to every little word that rumbles and bubbles out of your mouth. Because at the end of the day, when the cartel steps up and shows out, we make it happen. We don't have to take the first 7, 8, 10 seconds to get the first word out of our mouth, Blackheart. Hell, I think if I put you in fast motion, we might just hear you in normal time. Hey, Liz, let them know.
Look, folks, HSP world, I got a lot going on. Your tag team division is so lacking in talent depth that they've got the overworked star and the sick man still carrying the load. We can only put on a match as good as our opponents, and I promise you, against Fear the Beards, you'll get your money's worth.
You're damn right.
All right, let me unmute the Elite Empire. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Since we have to pay A-list bills, let's take it to commercial. Wow. Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty on my side. You guys are still watching a great match, great tag team match. And as you saw, we have to pay a few bills there for A-list Alderson. So let's go ahead, take it to commercial.
Hello, fans. This is FTW broadcast colleague RYK.
The date has been set. 6 high-profile matchups already announced for Sunday, November 15th. Your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I am RYK, and this is Saturday Night Turbulence. If you have ever wanted to own a championship belt made to the highest quality standards, an exact duplicate of your favorites growing up that you saw on TV, or your own dreamed up customization, reach out to ORM Belts, the official sponsor of Heart and Soul Promotions, maker of the SoulFire, Tag Team, and Pure Heart Championship. That's ORM Belts.
All right, folks. Thank you to our sponsors, ORM Belts. They make all the belts here at Heart and Soul Promotions. For all of you out there that like belts, that are belt collectors, check out ORM Belts. He makes great belts. He'll customize them for you, as RYK said. And give RYK some love. If you need some sponsorship or some voiceover work for your next project, reach out to RYK. He does a really great job. But coming up next, we've already heard from the Heathen. Now it's time to hear the other half of this match that hopefully we can get signed soon. So pre-recorded comments, Hollywood Haywood. It's time to find out Hollywood Haywood. First of all, thank you for giving us some time today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me today.
So the first question I want to ask here, you put out a video a few months ago that said, Hollywood Haywood has gone as far as he can go here at Heart and Soul Promotions. There's nothing else for Hollywood Haywood to do here. And yet here you are attacking the Heathen and put in a contract offer for a match. So I kind of want to get your thoughts. Is this the one thing you still haven't accomplished?
It's not so much that it's an accomplishment. It's so much that I need to teach Heathen a lesson. And what better place to do that than the place he calls home? You see, there's always been this tension between me and Heathen. It's been building since I've been in HSP. You know, he doesn't like the way I do things, and I don't like the way that he does things. And I could beat his ass anywhere in the promoverse. Okay, but what will it matter if I don't embarrass him in his own home? I need to do this to teach him a lesson. I need to do this because, quite honestly, it might be the biggest task I've ever had, which is to totally change the way the Heathen thinks about this game, this environment that we're in. That is my goal. I don't just want to beat Heathen. I want to change Heathen.
Okay. As far as I can remember, going back in history, though, you guys have faced each other before in tag team matches. Am I correct?
In tag team matches, in fatal four-ways, never one-on-one. He has this grand illusion that he can beat me one-on-one. And I need to prove to the world what they already know. They already know the Heathen can't beat me one-on-one. And it won't matter if I do it somewhere else. It needed to be done here. It needed to be done on his home turf. It needed to be done in a place where he felt comfortable. That way there would be no excuses. That way there would be no denying that Hollywood Haywood simply is better in this business than the Heathen.
Okay. And so what about Heathen do you feel needs to be changed? I mean, he did win a lot of things here. He's fought for some gold. What do you feel needs to be changed?
Well, I mean, the man lives and dies on whether his opponent comes out here and cuts a hype or says something about him. It's like he's starving for attention. He wants everyone to come out and just boost him up. But the reality of the situation is he wants them to come out here because that's the only way he remains relevant. The only way the Heathen remains relevant is if I come out here and I boost him up and I talk about him. The thing about that is that this needs to be more about the match, not about me appeasing Heathen by coming out here and talking about him.
Okay. So let me play a little devil's advocate. What happens if the Heathen does beat Hollywood Haywood? Because the judges can be a little finicky here. So I want, what happens if Hollywood Haywood
I'll put it
doesn't
this way. I'll put it this way, Mayhem. When it is all said and done, it won't matter what your judges say. All that will matter is what the promo-verse says. In the promo-verse, I will leave no shadow of a doubt in the promo-verse that I kicked the Heathen's ass from HSP to the Foundation to Elite Marks to VOH to Revolution. No one in the promo-verse will doubt, no matter what your judges say, that I beat the Heathen.
All right, and that is a fair comment. So one last question here. Do you think that doing this, like where you attack Heathen, do you think you're actually giving him what he wanted, which is what you said, he craves attention? Are you actually feeding into that by attacking him and having this conversation?
Oh, Mayhem. I plan to definitely give in to what he wants and craves. That's the whole point of this. I'm going to show him that when you give in to what he wants and what he craves, he still can't win. He still can't beat me. I'm not going to do exactly what he complains that everybody says they don't do, which is not show him enough attention. Don't come out here and hype. You see, he doesn't understand the art of the hype. You know, I don't even like to say the word hype, but he doesn't understand the art of it. It's not so you can get material on your opponent. It's not so you can figure out what to say in the match. It's so that more than 5 people will give a damn to watch the match. That's what it's all about. So yes, I will attack Heathen. Yes, I will come out here and talk about Heathen because I want more than 5 people to see me beat his ass.
All right. Well, I know I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully our team and your team will be able to negotiate this. I know you want this match soon, so we'll be watching for that. Hopefully your representation will get this signed and Heathen's representation will get this signed. But Hollywood, I would like to thank you for your time of giving us your opinion on what's going on here between you and the Heathen.
Absolutely. And as far as I'm concerned, the match is signed, sealed, and delivered. All we have to do is wait on Heathen to make it happen. So.
Fair enough. And when that happens, we'll make sure to make that announcement. So Hollywood Haywood, again, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you taking some time with us. And now let's go down and find out what's going on with our next match. Those are a lot of tough words from both the Heathen and Hollywood Haywood. Man, I'm looking forward to that. And I can announce this right now. During Hollywood Haywood's comments, the Heathen's representation signed the contract. So, September 28th, besides Rocky Shaw versus A-List Alverson, we also get this grudge match of Hollywood Haywood versus the Heathen. That's 2 big matches, plus a title match for the Pure Heart title, plus a tag team title match. This is shaping up to be a huge show, taking us into year 3. But right now, before we can get to that, we've got to figure out something else. And what we've got is the main event of the evening. 4 men, fatal 4-way. Damian Cross, Mr. Wallace, AEP, and the Vagabond. These 4 men are going into battle, finding out who's the #1 contender for the SoulFire Championship, and they'll be facing Johnny Blade. We'll find out also if it's going to be a one-on-one or a triple threat, but for now, we got to find out who's the true #1 contender. Gentlemen, take it away.
just different.
So here we go. Match time. As I face 3 men. AP, Vagabond, and number 3, Mr. Wallace. You know what? I'm not going to get on here and scream and lose my mind like I did the other day. No. I will let my actions speak very loudly. I will let my actions speak volumes. AEP, on to you, first of all. We have faced each other before many times. And yes, you beat me many times. Congratulations. I've lost more than I won. That's all right. That's fine. Because that just gives me more fire in my veins to come back and get better and better and be better than I have been before. But AEP, me and you gonna do this little song and dance. I'm gonna throw you out of the ring first and foremost because I don't take kindly to trash like you. So you will be thrown out. You will sit outside like a good little boy and you watch me have my way with 2 other men. Mr. Wallace, I'll step to you last. But Vagabond, let me talk to you for a moment. I heard your little words the other evening. They mean nothing to me because I didn't really pay attention. All I heard was a bunch of yapping. That's it. You sound like a little dog at my foot that keeps biting. Eventually I just kick you off and I throw you into the street. That's exactly what's going to happen to you in your career. I'm throwing it into the street. Then I'll leave you out there with your boyfriend AEP. And then it's down to me and you, Mr. Wallace, for the SoulFire Championship. Mr. Wallace, you think I'm not worth your time? You think I'm below you? Son, you've been below me since day one since I stepped foot in this business. Since I stepped foot in this ring. Since day one, you've been under my feet and I've had to wipe you off. But it seems like every time I wipe you off, it seems like crap just comes back to my feet again and I wipe it off again. You see, you 3 men think that you're going to have a chance of beating me and moving on in this tournament. Well, I've got a newsflash for you. The only one that's moving on getting this title is yours truly. And after I'm done with all 3 of you, I'm going to move on. I'm going to take that championship and I'm going to hold it real high and I'm going to shove it in both and all 3 of y'all's faces. So I hope all 3 of you prepare because each one of you are going to fall at my feet. And I will not hesitate to beat the life out of you. That's all right. That's fine. Because that just gives me more fire in my veins to come back and get better and better and be better than I have been before.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Heart and Soul, this is a fatal four-way match to determine who gets a shot at the SoulFire Championship, currently held by Johnny Blade. SoulFire, you gotta have the soul, you gotta put your soul into this, you gotta have the fire. None of my opponents in this match have that. Not me! Why? Because I'm the different breed of Baba Yaga and Vagabond. They can't touch me. Not even close, not even a little bit. David Cross, you don't belong here. You are just a sad, pathetic victim who's going to end up in the crossfire. You are going to die horribly in this match. Because I'm going to drag you deep into the shadow realm, just like I did last time. You don't have what it takes here. You don't have the diction, the tone, or the narrative to put me away. Or the others. AP, you don't have the heart and soul to get this done. We've seen what you can do, and it's embarrassing. You're an embarrassment. Every time you get on screen, you make a fool of yourself. Even going so far as to masquerade as a dog. And that's supposed to be entertainment? Look at you! You look like a bum! You're not championship material! You are going to lose here! Simply put, AP, you can call yourself the king of mind games, but you are not the king of anything. You are the king of your own delusions. Your delusions won't be enough to save you from me. And as for Mr. Wise, you had your moment. You had your time. Now it's my turn. Not a single person in this match is worthy to move on to face Johnny Blade for his SoulFire title. Not a single one of you. AP, you're probably going to try and imitate me again. It's going to fail because it's not going to work. You're just a one-trick pony. It's either the secret garden or death. Make your choice. Mr. Wallace, that gangster aura is not going to work anymore. You don't have the heart, you don't have the passion, you don't have the soul anymore. As for David Cross, what are you doing here? You're just a child in a man's world. All of you are getting plugged full of holes after it's all said and done. And I'm going to drag each and every last one of you deep into the shadow room, never to be seen again. I will haunt each and every last one of your dreams. Simply put, this is mine. Run me, my number one contendership.
Storytellers. That's one minute.
Vagabond. Vagabond. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? I told you had a week to give me an answer. A simple yes or no answer. That's all I'm asking for. I told you that if you did not have an answer by the appointed time, I would come looking for one. So here's me looking.
You have turned something that should have been fun, should have been a challenge, should have been a chance for us to flex our artistic muscles in a non-typical promo match. But you had to stay silent. You had to go and make it personal. Well, you know what, Vagabond? Fuck you! Fuck you for making me go here! Fuck you for making me have to be the bad guy! Fuck you, Vagabond! The only thing I can think of that makes any sense is that you're nothing but a punk-ass little bitch, and you're pissing your pants terrified of me. Vagabond, I want to say good luck tonight. Good luck in your SoulFire #1 contendership. I want you to win the thing. And then I'm going to face you. And I'm going to take that belt from you. And then I'm going to hit you upside the fucking head with it. Fuck you, Vagabond. I will get an answer one way or another. I would prefer to do it on screen so that we can keep things honest. But hey, if I get a hold of your ass before then, this is on you, Vagabond. Everything that happens from here on out is on you, Vagabond. Because you couldn't utter a simple one-syllable word. I am the storyteller, and Vagabond, you have pissed me the fuck off. This ain't a story. This time it's for real.
Wow. Let's continue the action. We'll talk about this later.
Damian Cross, AEP, Vagabond. You know what you three gentlemen have in common? Yeah. The elephant in the room, yes. You three men don't have the resume as Mr. Wallace. Not just here in HSP, but anywhere. That's no secret. That is just the truth. The cold, hard facts. So Mr. Wallace, make sure you say the Mr. is by far the favorite in this match, but I must do what I must do, and I must put the three of you fools down in the dirt. Because fact of the matter is, it's not even about y'all. It's all about me. In HSP, you rejecting the savior to your problems. Because fact of the matter is, HSP, unlike these three fools, I have sweat, blood, tears, and championships invested into what I've been doing here. Everybody's been taking their hiatus, taking their breaks, coming in and out as they please, but I've been here. See, Damian Cross, he's too confused. He's too worried about trying to portray the perfect, cynical, deviant image. He's too worried about the character building, and he lacks verbal skills to help elevate this place. Oh, AEP, see, you should join Damian Cross in that confusement, because you too worried about trying to be the king of mind gang. Oh, yeah, get in your head. But you can't even tap into your own mental to get the right words to elevate yourself to the missus level. Oh, and Vagabond, my brother from another mother. See, this hurts me the most, that you and me come in HSP time and time again with something on the line and you disappoint. You do enough to get to the big dance, but you don't do enough to have the ultimate dance. In the dance of the champion. A dance to hold a championship here in HSP. You're my ultimate disappointment of a brother. So HSP, I'm done with your shenanigans and your games. I'm going to take over HSP with like-minded people. People who want to elevate this place and take it to heights it had never seen before. And oh yeah, those people are the OG Barcelini and A-List Alverson, the newest member of the cartel. And HSP, get ready for new beginnings.
Who saved Heart and Soul Promotions? It's not Damien Cross. It's not Beggar Bud. It's not Mr. Wallace. It's AEP. All my fans, they love me to death. I save Heart and Soul Promotions for y'all. We make sure we stay business. That's the reason why Heart and Soul Promotions give me a great gift. SoulFire Championship. Vagabond, you try to be like the Boogeyman. Mr. Wallace, you try to be like the Undertaker. Damien Cross, you try to be like the Sting. Each or one of y'all is not gonna work out the winner tonight. That's the reason why the Secret Gordon tell me that SoulFire Championship is coming home. It's coming home, guys. That's the reason why, Damien Cross, why didn't I let you get some rest? Because, you know why? Because sometimes you put me to sleep. You put me to sleep from your promos. That's the reason why you're not the number one contender for the SoulFire Championship. Beggar Bun, I beat you so bad the last time me and you get in the ring, and tonight and you're not gonna make it. You do the same stuff over and over again. And this time, you're not gonna beat me. And Mr. Wallace, you try to be a two-time SoulFire champion. I'm sorry, my friend, because this match is my night, Mr. Wallace. I don't care you are the greatest SoulFire champion of all the time, but me, this is my year. Mr. Wallace, you never be like me, because I make two major main events this year, and what you done? You ain't done nothing. Beggar Bun, Damien Cross, Mr. Wallace. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I am the number one contender for the Secret Gordon SoulFire champion. 3 most dangerous letters in promo world. AEP.
Wow. Those 4 men want this number one contender shot. Give it up for that. That was great. All right, man. Storyteller, first of all, let's talk about that. Storyteller, you know, he's been going after Vagabond. Vagabond has been really quiet about this, hasn't said anything. Well, it looks like it upset the Storyteller. He interrupted the show just to make sure that the Vagabond saw him. Man. And then finding out there's a new member of the cartel, maybe, Mr. Wallace. Wow, as if the cartel wasn't strong enough already. Now, A-List Alverson, the Bossolini, Carter Diamond, and Mr. Wallace. Wow. All right, let me compose myself for a second here. Wow. Because it's time for results. It's time to find out who won these matches. So, let's go with the first one here, the non-title match. Shady Sean McKenzie and The Purge. The first judge awards a 34-33, The Purge. The second judge awards a 30-29, Shady Sean McKenzie. And the third judge, also a 30-29, with a final score of 93-92. Your winner, Shady Sean McKenzie. Which means, unfortunately, Purge does not get to pick his number one contender. He has to battle for it just like everyone else. But man, that was a very, very close match. We may see these guys battle again. All right, next match up here. The other non-title match, Johnny Blade and Brick Johnson. So this one, it was predicted. Clean sweep, 29-28, 35-34, and 30-28. Final score, 94-90. Your winner, Johnny Blade. Looks like Brick's shenanigans in the vice presidency obviously didn't pay off. So, Brick, I'm going to give it to you for creativity, even though that was a little uncalled for. But hey, at least you came close. At least you put forward an effort. All righty. So now the number one contender to the tag team titles. Is it going to be facing Fear the Beards? Is it going to be the Cartel, or is it going to be the Elite Empire? Let's find out what the judges said. So, the first judge awards a 38 to A-List Alverson, a 37 to Bossellini, for a grand total of 75, and 34 to Chaos, and 32 to Prince Blackheart, 66. So first score goes to the Cartel. The second judge awards a 42 to A-List Alverson, a 40 to Bossellini for an 84, a 38 to Prince Blackheart, and a 32 to Sergeant Chaos, a score of 70, which gives 2 votes to the Cartel. And the third judge, 35-35 for the Cartel, 31-30 for the Elite Empire. Final score, 207 to 187. The Cartel facing Fear the Beards on September 28th. Congratulations to the Cartel. Great match, Elite Empire. Looking forward to see what you guys got coming up in your next matches. Wow. Now let's find out the main event of the evening. Let's find out who is our number one contender to face Johnny Blade. Will it be Damian Cross, the Vagabond, Mr. Wallace, I made sure I said the Mr., or AEP? Let's find out what the judges said. All right. The first judge awards 4th place to Damian Cross, 3rd place to AEP, and 1st place to Vagabond. The second judge awards 4th place to Damian Cross, 3rd place to Vagabond, and 1st place AEP. Now, we don't need a 4th judge. This match is decided by the 3 judges. 4th place was AEP, or excuse me, 3rd place was Mr. Wallace, and 2nd place was Damian Cross. So, in 1st place from the 3rd judge, and number one contender to face Johnny Blade, the Vagabond. Congratulations to the Vagabond. Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. Man, what a great show. Thank you, everybody. We're coming close to starting year 3, which means coming up on the 21st is the Champion of Champions Showcase match. All former champions from the last calendar year for us, which would be October 1st until this show on September 7th. If you held a belt sometime during that year, you are invited. It's invitation only, and it is not a mandatory match. So we're going to find out what current or former champions say yes to this. We're also going to find out who gets our year-end awards. That is voted on by the promo artists for the promo artists. Also coming up, September 26th, we're going to have the Proving Ground, the Storyteller and Half Past Black show, the Proving Ground. Make sure you check that out on a Tuesday. And on Thursday, September 28th, last show of the year for us before we go into year 3. You already know it's going to be a tag team title match. Fear the Beards taking on Cartel. We're going to see Shady Sean McKenzie defend against Old School. We're going to see Rocky Shaw and A-List Alverson. And as we just announced today, the Heathen and Hollywood Haywood. Make sure you pay attention here at Heart and Soul Promotions for all the news coming up, and we'll see you next time.